Hey,
What's up with it? What's up with it?
what's going on,
What's
big
up,
bro?
everybody? Welcome to our seventh episode of Leave It on the Court. It's your boy Jay Dines. I'm here with my brother.
Giannis, what up? We on seven already?
Yeah, right. Speeding through these things, man. Today we got some interesting topics to talk about. We got Denver, we got Chicago.
Yep.
We're gonna talk about FIBA. We got our top five shooting guards coming in this year. So we're gonna get started with the West Coast as always. Let's talk about this Denver squad. What you got to say, Brody?
Denver Nuggets. Denver Nuggets was able to keep their core together. They got they got Jokic, who's a one-on-one player. Aaron Gordon. They got Jamal Murray. They got MPJ. So they're able to keep their core together. Uh, as far as title contention, do you think they can repeat? Do you think they can go back to back?
I think they can. I think they are the most dangerous team, and cause I'm one of the people who like to think that until you beat the champion, they're the champs. So until you prove them wrong, they the best team. They kept their core together, which is always good when a championship team.
Yeah.
But I will say this: we have seen it fail a couple of times, bringing your core back and not adding a piece to it. So there is always the championship hangover.
Right.
So you have to be able to make sure that the team is centered on the same goal, try to win the championship. Everybody's hungry for it. Because some people tend to get lackadaisical after they win one. They don't put the same amount of effort as they usually would
Right.
if they have a championship. So the main problem with them is just keep everything and everybody focused. I think Jokic is one of them players who wants to be great, like what we'll be talking about on other episodes. I think he really wants to be the greatest center to ever play basketball, ever. You know, and he's working on it. He's working on it. 2 MVPs, so we got the MVPs out the way. Now he got a Finals MVP out the way. He got a ring out the way.
Right.
Now all they got to do is be playing the way he's playing. Yeah, it could be, man. Denver could be trouble if Jamal stay healthy.
Right. Right. So, um, Caesar Sports Books got them as the title favorites
Mm-hmm,
going into the 23-24 season.
mm-hmm,
I think you're on to something when you say Jokic want to be the greatest center ever play. Matter of fact, probably want to be the greatest player to ever play.
mm-hmm.
This is the first first player in NBA history. Jordan didn't do this. Will Chamberlain didn't do this. Bill Russell didn't do this. To lead the playoffs in all three major categories: points, assists, and rebounds.
Yeah,
First one ever do that, and he
yeah.
did it against great competition. How do you feel about that?
Um, you know how I feel about it. I love a player who wants to be the best, man, who gets up in the morning and he wants to play basketball. And that, that's what it's about. He's the epitome of what being an NBA player is about, is eat, shit, talk, everything basketball. You know what I
Basketball,
mean?
right,
And
right,
if you ain't doing it for this reason, then what are you doing it for? Because like being great, what comes along with being great? Rings, MVPs, money. So why
right.
not be that dude? And he got it in his head, well, this is a no brainer. All I gotta do is be great. Y'all put some good people around me, and boom, we good. He ain't sound like he really be tripping off money or none of that stuff. I'm just here to ball. You
Right.
know,
Agreed.
I love that about him. I love that.
So the Denver Nuggets key departures, they lost what's his name, Bruce Brown, and they also
Uh,
lost Jeff Green. And
yeah.
then correct me if I'm wrong, it don't look like they did anything to replace those two.
I was Justin Holiday on a team.
Justin Holiday,
Yeah,
not that
yeah. All
I
right.
saw. Not that I saw.
They
So
got Braxton Key, and they got him. What's that Justin Holiday? Let me make sure I read that right. I think that's his name. I think it was Justin. Come on. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at, brother? Yeah, Justin. It It's Justin Holiday. And they got Jalen Pickett. This
Yeah.
name sounds familiar.
I'm not really familiar with. I just know he's a guard. I know you're a guard, and I know you're about 6'4". I just don't. The
What about this
I,
Hunter Tyson dude?
right. The reason why I mentioned losing Bruce Brown and Jeff Green, it just don't seem like Denver is very deep at all.
Yeah.
With Jamal Murray injury history and BJ injury history, and if one of those guys go down, can they sustain a winning record at least until one of them comes back? I think Bruce Brown and Jeff Green was a big part of them winning so many games and getting that number one seed going into the playoffs.
Well,
What do
definitely Bruce.
Yeah, definitely Bruce.
Bruce was
So
like he was like in the 6 man, conversation and shit for a second and stuff. So losing him
could
was
bring the
big.
ball, great defender, great rebounder at his height, physical guy, high character guy.
Yeah.
What do you do when one of your major guys go down?
Well, you
It
just
looks
gotta hope somebody steps up and wants to play that role. That's all you can really do. If they felt like they didn't need to bring him back, they obviously felt comfortable with the team that they had.
right.
I think that maybe losing him opens up room for, how you say his name, Khan, or how you say his name?
Who you talking about?
Christian Braun, my bad.
Braun, yeah.
It opens up a little more minutes for him. We get to see if he's gonna be the next Austin Reeves. So he would have to step up and do that. He would have to become the next Bruce Brown.
I forgot. Braun. Dude was pretty nice.
Oh yeah, he nice. I think that's why they wasn't tripping off losing Bruce that much, because they had him.
Yeah. So I ain't mad at that. Good point. So Jokic is 28, Jamal Murray 26, Michael 25, Aaron Gordon, I think he's 26 or 27. What do you think? Do you think this on a cusp of a dynasty sort of thing, or was this just a one-off?
It's hard to say. It's really hard to say because so many teams got so good in the West, and they got good because of them. But the one thing that they got over most of the teams is they got chemistry. And chemistry can be the most deadliest thing on the court when you already know where a person's going to be before he get there and stuff like that. That can be dangerous. So if they can maintain the chemistry, man, they still are the most dangerous team. Losing people. I like Bruce Brown's attitude, too. He had that little kind of like almost enforcer type attitude at the guard, too. So they just going to need somebody to step up and take that role, man. And Jokic just got to be Jokic. And Jamal got to be Jamal. I don't really think health has been a big thing for Jamal. I think he just had one major injury, Oh, he had two. It was two. No, well, I mean, he came. It was the same injury, though, right?
Yeah.
I wouldn't call that like injury problem. I would call that like trying to get back too soon, and then
Yeah.
So dynasty, man, the Warriors. It's the Warriors, and Phoenix got good. They yet to still get a point guard though, but I don't know, man. And like a dynasty means they can win the next 2 or 3. With the
Phoenix,
I don't think they win this one. I think they win the next couple after because they are so young. I think this team is, a lot of people put a lot of money into this upcoming year in the West. They're gonna have a dogfight with a lot of teams, man. It's about a half a Billy floating around the West, like, you know what I mean?
That's what I love about the Western Conference. Just year after year, you got about 5 or 6 teams at any given moment can get hot and make title runs. Yeah. Dallas, Golden State, LA. Yeah, I'm about to say both LA Lakers and Clippers.
Yeah. Because Clippers, they could be one of the most dangerous teams if they healthy.
if they
Like
help,
if Kawhi decide to play a whole season, like that's danger. Like, you know what I mean? And Jamal would have to be doing what he was doing against a team like the Clippers or a team like the Lakers. And I don't really think Jokic that's a triple double waiting to happen. You know, I don't really think he the issue. Is everybody else having to do like KCP? He got to get that 18. Got to average his average. Got to get up to that 15, 16, 17
right.
up in that area, like the 12s and the 11s and 13s. They ain't gonna cut it this season. You know what I mean?
So Jokic drafted at in the second round at 41 during, like, what was it, a Subway commercial or something like that.
Pay attention to draft, man. Like so far as picks, because we done seen so many bad picks at the upper levels, and so many people at the middle levels be better than the people at the top. So I don't really pay attention. You know, every 3 or 4 years, that number one pick is the guy. You know what I mean?
The point I was making, him being drafted so low, he's the latest player drafted to win a MVP.
Mm-hmm.
Him winning an MVP, and from where he's come from, the reason why he was drafted so low because he doesn't pass the eye test. He isn't super fast, can't jump high, seems to be out of shape, but surprisingly, he's the one who's always available to play. He's always, he's the MVP favorite. Not super strong or anything.
Them sloppy body dudes be known for that kind of stuff, though, like the Bill Lambiers and the Larry Birds. You know what I mean? Them sloppy bodies, man, they be rubbery. They can take it bouncing off. It kind of remind me. I don't know if you ever seen Kung Fu Hustle. You ever seen Kung Fu Hustle? Remember the OG couple? Remember the husband that he punch him and he bing, like.
Oh,
that's Jokic, man. He just bounce off him. BBM said they a dynasty team as long as they stay healthy. Yeah, you're right. I believe that if they can stay healthy and everybody else don't stay healthy, yeah. They could be a dynasty.
I think because they're going to come back with a newfound confidence. They just won a title. Usually after you win a title, you get title confidence.
Yeah, well, said it right. You got to at least win 2 before you start considering them a dynasty team. That's facts.
It's a question being thrown out already because everyone is still so young. Jokic hadn't had any major injuries.
Yeah.
Mike Malone is a great coach.
Yeah. But they still just won 1 though. And they have a lot of teams in their conference that got more than 1.
Yeah.
You know, and it's still Warriors are the most scariest team in the West because if they stay healthy, can't nobody outshoot them. They really be up in the top 10 and top, you know, in the 5s playing defense. So, you know, they can't outshoot the Warriors.
No.
They have to outplay the Warriors.
Yeah.
If the Warriors is on, everybody's in trouble. Like if Clay play anything, any inkling back into the 18, 16, 17, 18 Clay, if we play anything like that, everybody's in trouble. The Lakers, if they decide if this team chemistry comes together, as they were like Denver.
Yeah.
Denver, you know, the Clippers seem to like playing with each other. Man, if they get Kawhi back and he actually wants to play this season, they one of the most dangerous teams. So, you know.
Hey, CJ said dynasty is a taboo word. It's like love. You can't say it until it's real.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna leave y'all with this.
I don't know where you've been at. People been throwing love out like it's like
they shouldn't know. And I guess that's the point he made.
No, but yeah, no.
I'm gonna leave y'all with this. Jokic is a 1-on-1. He was a back-to-back MVP, and honestly, the reason why he didn't win 3 MVPs in a row it's because you won back-to-back MVPs, and people like let somebody else get it. So with that newfound
No,
championship,
Embiid earned that. Don't do him like that.
I think I ain't gonna say the D word, but I do think another title could be coming to Denver. Maybe not next year, but the following years, yeah. So on that note, bro, move on to the next subject, and that's the Chicago Bulls.
Them Bulls.
Yeah,
Them
yeah, yeah.
they're
With
already starting on the back side because they already lost one of their top players. With Lonzo being hurt already, they already starting backwards already. Hold on, let me pull up their roster before we get up into that. Hold on.
why you
So I
doing
am
that?
working off the Xbox, and you know what I'm saying?
Why you doing that?
Okay.
We'll
Yeah.
here.
Now, so but go ahead. What?
They they got off with Patrick Beverly, but they did pick up Javon Carter in a trade for Goran Dragic.
Uh,
They got Torrey Craig on a veteran minimum, and they also got Andre Drummond.
uh,
Like you said, they lost Lonzo Ball. Lonzo hadn't played since January 2021.
20 forever.
He's had
Yeah.
basically, yeah, he's had three knee surgeries on the same left knee.
I think he like Brandon Roy.
I
I think his knee might be gone. I
don't
think
say
he
that.
all
I
the
like
way
Lonzo
gone.
a lot. I like Lonzo a lot, man. Don't say that.
I know, I do too. I love his game, like for real, for real. I think if he would have stayed healthy, I truly think he the best ball brother. Even though I love LaMelo, I still
Yeah,
think if Lonzo would have never got hurt, you would have seen something different. That man passes like Magic Johnson. He has eyes behind his head, for real, for
and a
real. For
great
real.
defender,
But
great
if you know
captain.
if you know the history of knee injuries, and when you get that many surgeries on one knee, that's the Brandon Roy effect right there. You know what I
Right,
mean? You
right.
have chipped off and scraped off everything. And I really do think it was the first surgery he had at UCLA. I don't think anytime you get a major surgery like that in college, you can't be getting the best. You know what I mean? I don't care what college it is. They don't have these German surgeons and stuff like that these NBAs have. They have the surgeons they have at their schools. I think that after that knee injury in college, that's when it started happening. You know what I mean? And then if you don't get your first knee surgery goes bad or it doesn't go as good,
Yeah,
it don't matter what happens after that.
yeah.
You know, it doesn't matter who gets into your knee after that, because that first surgery is the most major surgery. That's why I feel like Jamal was lucky he got his knee injury in the league and didn't get it, in college or something like that, because he was able to go to where the best surgeons in the world and pay for it. You know what I mean? In college, you got to get what they give you. You know what I'm saying? So
So Will asked who's going to replace Lonzo Ball, and honestly, there isn't a replacement for a 6'7" passer that can play defense like Lonzo Ball. He kind of and that can actually he developed a 3-point shot in the league, changed his form and everything. I don't think there is a replacement for him. So you have to kind of do it by committee. They just
Javon is
resigned
like a point, Annie. Javon Carter.
Javon Carter. He's a point guard, and he was an excellent college player. He was an
Mm-hmm.
instant bucket in college, but he's not 6'7".
Yeah.
Now he can
Unless
shoot
they
it.
put Alex.
Yeah, he can shoot it. So like I said, they got to do it by committee. They got Javon Carter. They just signed him. They got Alex Caruso. He's a great defender. Physical guy, played with LeBron, so he got that under his belt.
Picking up John Wall.
The problem with picking up John Wall for Chicago is John Wall. I think he's still in his final deal, his final year of his deal, and that final year is worth like 60 million, it's something crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So no one wants to pay John Wall. They can't get off his contract. So they got Kobe White, Alex Caruso, and Javon Carter. So they only have to try to do it by committee.
Yeah. Well, I
Um,
mean, there's a lot of teams I feel like it's going to do that this year. I feel like Phoenix probably going to do that this year.
yeah,
Uh, um, I think in the East you can kind of get away with not having a major point guard. I think, um, So they shouldn't be. I don't think they're going to be like top three. They might be in the lower 6, 7s because they actually still have a good team. East is so wide open. And East really definitely depends on who's hurt and who's not hurt. I do see that Philly is keeping James, so he's out the question for somebody that they can try to trade for so far as point guard.
Yeah,
So they're gonna have to do it by committee. I don't see them being a real. I ain't gonna say they ain't a threat because that boy Zach LaVine is a walking bucket, but he has to stay healthy.
yeah.
Rosen is pretty reliable so far as the health status, but it's just pretty much getting the other players to buy in. We don't know if they're gonna start Drummond. I don't know why they never didn't. I think Drummond is probably the best rebounder in the NBA ever. So I mean, not ever. I'm talking about so far as these last couple of years.
Yeah.
They don't, and they utilize him in the right way. I don't think he utilizes himself in the right way. I think he needs to be like thinking in the Rodman mentality, instead of trying to be a scorer too. Dude, just block shots and get rebounds, And if he just focus on that, and there's not too many people grabbing 20 rebounds and stuff like he does. So,
Well, they got what's it called? Nikola Vucevic. They just signed him on a 3-year, $60 million, and he's a formidable center for today's NBA.
yeah,
He can go shot. He's physical as hell. He can run with the younger cats.
they got Torrey Craig too.
Yeah, and Torrey Craig. So you know what? Stop the press.
Uh-oh.
What is?
You about to go viral? You about to say something crazy?
Oh, no.
On Starks.
We about to get down to the nitty gritty. What's important? You down to what's important. What are the Bulls going to do with DeMar DeRozan? He on his last year's contract. Are they going to extend him? Are they going to trade him? What are they going to do with DeMar DeRozan?
I think DeMar wants to play in LA. I think he wants to finish his career in LA. So I don't really think it's up to the Bulls. I think if he has the opportunity to get out of his contract, he's going to find his way to LA somehow. He's been trying to be there for the longest. He was kind of like disappointed that neither LeBron or Kawhi called him to come to LA. He's kind of disappointed in that when everybody was kind of like free agents and people were floating around on who could come to LA to help them. So hopefully he doesn't take that to heart. And I want to see him in LA. I would love to see him playing with LeBron or playing with the Clippers. I don't think if he wants to be a star, be the man,
right,
he can stay in Chicago. But if he's really playing for what you should be playing for at his age and at his skill level, his championships, I would probably try to dip out this way and, maybe take a little bit of a contract hit.
Looking at the Bulls situation, they traded away their first round draft rights for over the next couple of years. Bring in the team they had now with Lonzo Ball, DeMar DeRozan, Zach LaVine, Vucevic. They don't have very many assets. DeMar's aging. He's 32, about to be 33. LaVine, he's 25, 26. Is it time to blow it up?
Yeah. Because LaVine can't stay healthy. Like you said, DeMar, I don't think he wants to be in Chicago. I think he likes, West Coast weather. Like I say, I think he wants to be in LA. So if you got two people that kind of don't really want to be there, and Zach LaVine's always in trade talks, that's never something you want to hear when you play.
No.
So it's like, if y'all don't want me, get rid of me. And if I get an opportunity to get up out of here, I'm out. So yeah, it's about time to blow that up. Yeah.
They had an opportunity when they got that crew together with Lonzo Ball. They were top 3 in the East. They were, the talk of the NBA, because folks wasn't expecting that. But after Lonzo going down, they never really could replace that.
Somebody trying
Being,
to join it live.
yeah,
Who's that trying to join it live? Can't. So,
being that they don't have very many assets, I think that you can you can get a haul for Zach LaVine. He only 25. He averaged 24, 4 and 4 last year.
mm,
DeMar DeRozan, if you send him to a championship contender or a team that's going to make them a championship contender with getting DeMar DeRozan, you can get a haul back for those two. You got Dalen Terry. He's a 6'7" guard coming off the bench. I think he in the sophomore year. He was making noise in the summer league. And you got Patrick Williams. Kind of remind you of Kawhi Leonard, a 6'8", 215, 220-pound guy with big hands. I think you can put those two in the spotlight and let them grow through in the fire. If you go ahead and put them in that water, let them grow and pull back some assets, some young talent, and go ahead and rebuild. Even I even think you can get a nice haul for Alex Caruso. I think any championship team would like a guy like that that wouldn't mind coming off the bench and pretty hard nosed on defense. What I just when I look at Boston and I look at Philly and I look at Milwaukee, those those are the top teams in the East. And I don't think this Bulls team can compete with that. So if we're not if we're not going to win a championship, you got to ask yourself, is just getting into the playoffs good enough for you?
yeah. Yeah, if you're going to end up blowing up the team for right now, getting to the playoffs would be a good look for if you're going to try to sign free agents in the future, because that can show as an organization that you can get a team that's pretty much, here for now
Yeah.
into the playoffs. That gives that should give a free agent, a big free agent, something to go off of to be like, okay, well, maybe this organization's serious if they can take players that don't really want to be here and take them to the playoffs. But you would also look at where they playing in too. Like the bottom half of the East is a crapshoot. So, it's really a big deal making it as 7, 8 seed or as the playing team in the East, too. So, if they can drag themselves into the playoffs, it probably happened like it did last year. They probably get a decent team and get whooped in the first round, But I don't know. It's some teams in the East that can creep up on people if they they choose to. But it's just with the Bulls, man. Yeah, they should have been blown it up. I think last year, their best year was last year, and it didn't work out. So. I think they should have did it this year, but I understand trying to go for it one more time because you still got people under contract and stuff like that. But I think putting Zach on the trade block and all that stuff, that's not a good way to come into your next season with your two top players. Was wondering if you were trying to get rid of them.
So, facts. So DeMar DeRozan, if they don't re-sign him before this trade deadline, I think you go ahead and trade him.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're going to lose him for nothing. He's already expressed that he really wants to play in LA.
Yeah.
That's in town. So it just sometimes it behooves me to watch these organizations seemingly not want to compete. Like they're okay with mediocrity. Like
I don't think it be that, man. I think it just be players don't be wanting to come. Like players be wanting to win now. Like all the players that's good is at the point in their career where they want to win now. And the Bulls, for the last since Jordan retired, haven't shown to be a consistent organization, man.
Yeah.
Even though they're a big city, it's kind of like they had the New York effect. You see how long it took New York to get back to where they started to play in the playoffs. It took them decades. You know what I mean? The same thing with the Bulls. They just got that black cloud over them where it seemed like after Jordan, it just was kind of like spiraling. And they haven't been able to get a team. They had a few teams. Derrick Rose, I think, Derrick Rose getting hurt. That was their last chance of being the team to beat in the East. You know what I mean? After Derrick Rose got hurt, that kind of like just killed it. Because he was going to be the next great player he was going to be the next best point guard.
We'll
You
talk
know,
about me too, because that was my guy.
yeah. So after he got hurt, that just killed the whole little everything for the Bulls. You know, and I really feel bad for him because I like you say, that boy was amazing. That dude was amazing. Like, you know, so it's messed up that he went down the way he did. You know, and we kind of like took the team and the organization with him. So now they just gonna have to do pretty much what Denver did. They gonna have to just build from the ground up and just kind of like win from there. And then once good free agents and stuff, because everybody know the Bulls represent Mike. So you know it's gonna be a few players that get up in their age and be like, you know, I got me a ring, I go play for Bulls. You know what I mean? So it's always those type of players they can get. They just got to get them a young team that can play with somebody that comes over there, you know.
Jay, you've been watching FIBA basketball, dog?
Yes, I have. I watched the last couple of games and stuff.
Ooh.
I told
So they got a game.
did I tell you, did I call it? Did I call it? I
Um,
called it. I called it. I told
I'm
you,
getting.
like, this team more lethal than you think, dog.
I'm getting.
This team more lethal than you think. And I think they're built perfectly, to be honest, because nobody's like outside of Jalen Brunson,
Yeah,
everybody's like 6'4" and 5 and up. Like, you know, they lanky, they fast, they can shoot from under the court all the way back to the 3-point line. Every single player, even Porter. I seen Porter busting 3-pointers
right.
and stuff. Like, this team is dangerous. But I was watching some stuff. Canada and Australia. Boy.
Yeah, yeah. And I was going to ask you who you think is Team USA's biggest threats. So you
Probably
got Canada.
probably one of them two. Canada or Australia got squad. I didn't even know the same squad they had until I really looked at it.
Mhm.
Australia got Giddy and all them. And then, but Canada got Wiggins and
They, I don't. I think Wiggins backed out, but they
oh, he
got
backed
Jamal
out?
Murray.
Okay.
They got Jamal Murray and SGA as their starting.
Yeah, yeah, that's the other dude.
Yeah.
And they saying that they might be the top scorer of the whole FIBA.
And they got Dylan Brooks, Lugens, Dort. Yeah, yeah.
Either him or
Yeah.
Luka.
So
Canada
I
would probably be Canada. Canada probably got the most, but don't they have the most NBA players?
yeah, Canada got they got 10 NBA players, including
Oh, so
our
they whole squad is the NBA team.
including their backup point guard. Their backup point guard play for the Warriors.
Yeah.
Corey Spencer. Yeah. So I mean, the reason why I get skeptical on FIBA basketball, and yeah, well, France. France is our France. We actually got a little rivalry with France, but FIBA basketball has only won this thing twice in the past 30 years. Okay, and the last one being the 2019 team. We typically send like the other countries typically send our B squad, and we hadn't done very well over the past. Like we hadn't been consistently winning over the 30 years.
It's a gold medal team.
No one on this particular Team USA has any Olympic experience. However, Jalen Brunson did win the 19 and under MVP award, so no one has the senior team Olympic experience. But Jalen Brunson did play on the 19 and under team and won the MVP. So, in your opinion, who would be like the key player on this team? Anthony Edwards?
Yes. He's the leading scorer of the team so far.
Okay.
He's there. His defense, he's balling out of his mind on defense, and he's shooting. The boy is shooting. You don't want nobody who can jump over you to get a jump shot. Because now, what do you do? Do you let him pass you? Because he's gonna dunk on you. Do you let him shoot? Because he's gonna make the shot. And what's Bankero? Is that how you say his name?
Yeah.
And it's an incredible Hulk. I didn't know he was. That dude is huge.
Yeah.
He is huge. He is huge. That dude is huge. But I do like Anthony. I think Jalen. Of course, Jalen is the key. Like you say, he has the most like Olympic experience. And
Yeah.
he playing out his mind too. That boy is playing out his mind, like I said he would.
Hey,
That boy is playing out his mind.
I
But
think I might,
Anthony Edwards is everywhere, dude. This dude is everywhere.
I, I think I'm gonna have to try to edit our YouTube video to show the crossover Jalen Brunson put on dude from Slovenia and
Um,
push the corner to Cam Johnson for the three.
yes, with
He may do
the no look. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's, that's, I told you, man.
Um,
This team slick, man, because
they
they like to play
the
D,
word.
and they like, huh?
That's the word. They slick.
They
That's
slick,
the
and
word
then
right there.
they get in between them little, you know what I mean? And man, I said it, man. This team, they all like. As long as you got a team that like to play defense,
Yeah.
and the scoring that's just gonna be there. You see, they when they play Slovenia, they went a whole third quarter. They only scored like 5 points. After they went up or whatever towards the end of this quarter, they didn't score again to like the beginning of the fourth, and they still didn't. They didn't even score. They scored like 3 or 4 times because the defense was so crazy.
Did you see? Well, no. What I like about this team is that Steve Kerr is the coach, and
Mm.
Steve plays small ball, and Steve Kerr was putting Paulo Banchero in at the 5.
Uh-huh.
So we had Brunson, Banchero, Michael Bridges, Anthony Edwards, and
Mm.
um, it the
Was it all Brunson?
it, it was Jalen Brunson, Banchero, Michael Bridges, Anthony Edwards, and I want to say, and Brandon Ingram. Brandon Ingram.
Yeah.
We went to the ball with that, and man, I'm talking about we
Yeah. And they all
shooting.
like in Brandon playing defense too. He got a couple of clean block shots.
Hey,
Like, that boy
yeah,
is lame, man. He's like Gumby.
so
Like for real. That dude
my player to
aren't
watch.
whoa.
That's my player to watch right there, Brandon Ingram.
Yeah.
I think he can stretch the floor out. I think he's long enough to stop any wing on the opposing team. I think he's getting in the seams. I think he's poised enough to hit big shots if need be. That's who I think the difference maker is going to be.
Okay.
And
So you got
who's your
big. I got Anthony.
yeah
I think Anthony. I think when it's time for middle games, things
yeah
gonna get a little different for people with Anthony, man. Like I think right now he's just playing, and he's still everybody. Nobody can guard that man, man. That man is that man. He fast. He can jump out the roof,
yeah
and now
yeah.
he's getting a jump shot. Oh my god, that's not.
So
I be game. Don't get me wrong, man.
yeah,
But he ain't taking nobody off the dribble. And when you go to the hole, it ain't bang time. Like it's bang time with Anthony. Like you can pop
yeah,
out. Like whoa. That's boy, you just want to get out the way. All right, bro, you got it. You got it. You got it. I don't want none of that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
when
I
Anthony
love that.
when Anthony Edwards was being drafted, like my son had to convince me on, why he was drafted so high.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I'm starting to like him,
I'm
dude.
telling you, man, he getting that mid range where he pull up and hit that 15, like that 17,
Yeah.
and then he got a cool little set shot. Man, I'm telling you, I think, and like I say, every time they go to the Olympics and play, when they come back that next year, I see a giant leap for him in this upcoming season. Like we're gonna talk about him though in our next one, but I see a jump from like what was he averaging, like 20 something? I don't even know for sure. What did he average last year? Like 20, 21,
23.
something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I see like a 27, 28 jump. I'm telling you, that boy, he's starting to get in his head. Oh, y'all can't stop me. Uh-oh. Like,
So
yeah,
we
Olympics do that.
USA team finished 7th in 2019
Uh-huh.
in this tournament. You got us bringing home gold
I
this
think they
year. That's what you.
bring home gold, man. Everybody balling. Austin Reeves balling. You know, we get to see tonight or today they play Spain. This is one of the top teams that they play. If they do what they've been doing, everything else, I say it's over. If it's a close game, then we'll see how it goes. But if they come out here and blow out Spain, or if they blow out any of the top other two, like Australia or anything, it's a wrap. It's a wrap because they gonna know. They gonna like, oh, we can beat everybody. If we can beat Australia, we can beat Spain. Oh, and we beat them by like 20 and 30 like we just did. It's over. They finna. Only thing we're gonna have to worry about then is the ego don't get too big. Like they don't just walk up there and then get caught slipping. Like, you know what I mean? Like we finna whoop them and all of a sudden somebody come in there and put 30 on their butt. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're gonna have to worry about.
Yeah. So Steve Kerr appointed Jalen Brunson team captain.
That's a good move.
Once he did that put a stamp on Jalen Brunson for me.
Yeah. Pit bull, man. You can see him when he's on the court. You can see he's got the team together. Like, you know, everybody like when he comes in, all of a sudden the scores start hiking up. Like, you know,
he a dog.
Guard.
And then I'll be making jokes about Austin Reeves, man, because just to some of our viewers, man, it just some folks get painted as like the savior, like, and I kind of feel like Lakers fans had pointed him as like the savior guy, and I wasn't sold on him, but Steve Kerr called him the glue guy, said he can do everything.
He
can't do on the court.
He can.
And just seeing him ball like that, man.
White boy, man. That's a smooth white boy right there, dude. That boy is smooth, man. Like at first I had my doubts too, but like you know he good because he's still on the team. So I should tell you something because he playing with some dogs. Like, and for him to be on the squad and he's integrated, like, you know, he's in there. It's like he's on the team. Like that should tell you that's a smooth white boy right there. So I will give him that. He had a little fake and lay it up. I was like, oh, look at it. Yeah.
So he can pass. He can shoot. He get to the hole. He physical.
He confident.
He confident. He got a high basketball IQ.
Yeah.
Well, he been playing under LeBron James. And LeBron put a battery in it.
It sounded like he looked like he been listening too. Like,
you
know.
Right.
That's what's important, you know, when you got somebody like we be saying, when you got people like that on your side, you utilize that.
Right.
You know I'm sure LeBron got an eidetic memory. So, you know, he like, look, if you here and you go there, you know, if you end up here, like, you know, and if you just follow it.
So FIBA actually playing like you explained.
Hold on. Who is better, him or Hero? Him by far. That's not even a close race.
Wait, what you talking about?
BBM asks who's better.
I'm talking about what you talking about.
It's not a close race because he plays better defense than Hero. Only thing Hero can do is shoot better than him. That's it. But he can't dribble better than him. He's not better. He's not a better basket go-getter. He's not a better controller of an offense because Austin you can run a pick and roll through him all day. They were doing that in the playoffs when they was beating teams. When it was time for them to win, they would run the pick and roll through him and somebody else. Hero ain't doing that. Now he can create a shot, but he ain't coming down and controlling. He's not coming down and running the offensive play and getting the pick and roll, and it's a 80% chance you're going to get a bucket out of it.
Yeah,
that's not happening.
I'll say this, y'all. They're two different players.
Yeah. One's a shooter, one's a basket go getter.
One's a Tyler Hero can score at all three levels. I'm gonna give him that, but Tyler Hero's the guy you pass to and get out the way and let him get a bucket. He's not going to control the team. He's not going to make the necessary pass.
Yeah,
and he play in Miami, so he's playing defense. I ain't gonna say better defender than Austin Reeves.
But that's
but
what we talking about. Head up 1-on-1. I think I think Austin is a better defender because Lakers are known for having bad defense, and he's one of their best defenders.
I think Austin Reeves is the better all-around player. And so typically I give the nod to the better all-around player.
Yeah.
But there's a lot to be said for a person who can give you 25 off the bench.
Yeah, but he's but for what we hearing, he's not the best person in the locker room and all that stuff too, though. And he's kind of a little bit of a crybaby and all this stuff. So all that plays a part too. You don't get that kind of stuff with Austin. Everybody loves Austin.
I ain't heard none of that. I have to do some research on that one. But that's what the tattoo say. No work, no check. Tyler Hero. I'll rock with Tyler. But if I'm gonna get a nod to who's the better player, I'm probably going Reeves.
I just like say you can go to him for any part of the offense. Like if you can run a pick and roll through your shooting guard, that's a good player. That's a good player.
Otherwise, Tyler Hero will be on this FIBA team.
Yeah.
So I got I think one player not to be looked over that we may undervalue is Bobby Portis being on his USA team as well.
I don't undervalue him because anytime you got a 6'10" dude that can shoot a 3-pointer and play defense and rebound the ball, I don't overlook him. I just think Anthony's he's just dangerous, dude. That dude is dangerous. That dude dangerous, man. He's a scary player. Like, he's like, what do we do with this guy? Like, do we back off him? Do we get up on him? What do we do? Because he can take your center out the game just by dunking on him.
Bruh, yeah.
Center would lose confidence in trying to block shots and stuff once he get posterized. Like, you know what I mean?
It's cool that to have a bruiser on our team in Bobby Portis. And then
Jared's better though. Even though his shot maybe not as good, his defense is just way better. Like he block, and nothing's safe around the basket with Jared on the court. Like,
and he gonna fight you.
Like for real. You as soon as you laid up, you like, where you at? Where you at? Like, you know what I mean? Like, where does this dude at? I don't know nothing until I see his body. Okay, he way over there. All right, let me lay it up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Why you get over here? Like, wait. He was over there. Like,
and another block on Jaren Jackson.
Like, Jesus Christ, that man was at the 3-point line. How you do that?
And he can shoot that thing too. So I'm feeling good about Team USA, man. I really am.
I like it. The reason why I like the Jared Jackson selection because he wants to block the shot. If you give him if he gets the shot, he can take it. If you get the offense, he'll take it. I think he got like that more that Rodman mentality. He like, I just want to block everything to get all the rebounds. Like nobody coming to this basket. If I'm under the basket, you getting bopped on. If you leave me too far open, I'm gonna shoot that.
Right.
But I'm not shooting off that. Right. But if you come to the hole, I'm swatting everything. I'm trying to swat everything that comes to this thing. You know what I mean? I think when you have those type of players on an Olympic team, you need that. You need that guy who ain't tripping off scoring off 20 points. He just want to shut everybody down. You gotta have that dude. And when you got a dude that can actually shoot it and he'll dunk on you, but he'd rather play defense, that's crazy. Like, that's crazy.
So, Josh, who's your top 5 shooting guards going into the 23-24 season?
In no particular order, I have Donovan Mitchell, Klay Thompson, Anthony Edwards, Kyrie Irving,
okay,
and Booker,
and Devin Booker.
My honorable mention is Jaylen Brown.
Tell me why you added Klay Thompson in your top 5 shooting guards.
Because I still say he's the second most lethal shooter slash defender ever. Shooting guard, like for real, just keep it a buck. Like I still think he has 1 or 2 more years in him. I think he has something to prove this year because I feel like he was down on himself after last year because he know he could have stepped it up a little more throughout the season and probably throughout the playoffs. I think anytime you got a dude that can score 37 points or 36 points in a quarter, and he's on a mission, you should be scared. You should be very scared. You should be very, very, very scared because you know Steph is one of them dudes. Oh, you feel like shooting tonight? Here, go ahead, go ahead,
Yeah.
go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. I don't need. I just like watching you. Go ahead. Like if you get in one of them things, and he get like 4, 5, 6 games in a row like that. Whoa, that boy Clay boy. You know, and then if he get his legs back under him and his defense get back up into that top 10-ish area.
Yeah.
And he is the most lethal 2-way guard in the league. I don't care what anybody say. Period. Can nobody outshoot the dude? And like on defense, if he playing like that. Now, yeah, I don't really see no shooting guard that that can go both guard your best score and score 30 on you in a quarter.
Yeah, because he don't need to dribble.
No. He didn't need to do. He just like a couple of screens, bam. A couple of screens, bam. Like, you know. But players I think that need to step up. Kyrie has to step up defensively, and he has to show improve because this is his, you know, chance. He got his contract and stuff. He has to do what he needs to do. And Donovan, he has a team that can win a championship around him. He needs to be Jordan, basically. He needs to go up in here, average 35 a game, and show that he's the best shooting guard in the East, like for real. Because he has a team surrounding him. I think that can get to the finals. Like the point, what's his name, Gardner. Why you say his name? The point guard.
I'm drawing a blank.
I'm drawing. But their whole Mobley, everybody, they got a squad over there. You know, Jared Allen, they got a squad. They got a squad. So all he got to do is play like Mike, man. And I know that's hard to do, but he can average 28, 30 a game if he wants to. The team like him scoring like that. He needs to step up. Booker. Now Booker got the biggest backpack out of everybody because he got KD with him. So you got to build with you. If you don't win this, dog, like all that other stuff you've been doing, the 70 and all that stuff, man, don't really mean nothing. I mean, you just a great scorer. Dog, you got to win a finals with this team, bro. Like, okay, have a moment. But, dog, this is your chance. This is your chance to show everybody why you was on the cover of 2K, bro. Like, this is your opportunity to win you a championship. If you see this, dog, take advantage of this. Take advantage of this opportunity. You got probably the greatest tall scoring big man ever on your team. You got a dude, if he can stay healthy, is probably one of the smoothest scorers since Ray Allen on your team. Dog, step up. Show everybody what you about. Don't take this season off, man. This is your chance, and this might be your only chance. So,
Might be.
All right. So, who your top 5, Brody?
So I put mine in order, and I usually base it off of who could most likely win the MVP award.
Mm-hmm.
So our top 5 is pretty similar, and I was going to go with the hometown cooking of Klay Thompson, but I got him right outside my top 5. He's my honorable mention. So number 1 on my list is actually Devin Booker. Devin Booker should be put in a position where he can win MVP this year, regular season MVP. Kevin Durant seems to take like a back step to Devin Booker, and because it's Devin Booker team, allow him to get these points. And Devin Booker actually plays decent defense, so that's number 1 on my list. Number 2 is Jaylen Brown. Just a short second ago, you have the highest paid salary in the NBA now, $304 million. You playing on a championship contender. You got the green light, the ultimate green light. Between you and Jason Tatum. You're a dog, man. Go ahead and show them why you deserve that contract. Okay.
For sure.
Number 3 on my list is actually Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell is an instant bucket. What throws me off about Donovan Mitchell and why he's not number 2 on my list is his playoff numbers have been decreasing year after year. So it's cool to put up 70 in the regular season. I was rooting for you. It was really cool to see, but let's see that in the postseason now. This is your team. And to my brother's point, y'all have a special unit. And it's Garland. Darius Garland.
There you go.
Talking about. Anthony Edwards. You were already good. I'm a believer. Now I think you're about to take an even bigger leap this upcoming NBA year. And I think you need to show Minnesota why you should be the number 1 option over Karl-Anthony Towns. I don't think this should even be a discussion. I think you probably should go in there and command that locker room. And then last on my list is Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving, you got your bag. Now, can you play basketball?
Yeah. On this flat
like,
earth. Can you play basketball on this flat earth? Brother,
no distraction.
Be committed.
No.
Like I think he is he's probably the second best point guard if he's committed in the league. To me, even though he don't play point guard, he's kind of like shooting guard. I just think I think he doesn't like to pass. That's what I think. I don't think he likes to pass. It's like with them kind of handles, you can do whatever you want with anybody. So if you want to pass the ball, you can pass it. If he wanted to average 11 assists with them kind of handles, he could. If he wanted to average, if he wanted to average 27 and 10, he can do that in his sleep with them kind of handles. When you're able to get anywhere you want on the basketball court, you should be able to do whatever you want on the basketball court. I just don't think he likes to pass like that. That's why I think Luka. I don't see how you have Luka triple doubles is because I had to triple doubles. This shot wasn't good, so here you shoot it. He doesn't go in the game like I'm trying to average 11 assists. He goes in the game, I'm trying to score 50. If it's a bad shot, I got 2 people on me. Here, boom, assist. I don't think he's a point guard in the sense like I'm coming down, I'm trying to set it up and get you a basket. I think, this shot's not a good shot for me, so you're open, take the shot.
I just, with Kyrie Irving, there's 1, can he stay healthy? And 2, can he stay out the media for anything other than playing basketball?
See, even though that stuff was bogus.
I
just, a witch hunt to me. That was a witch hunt.
I just won't do the hoop. Play basketball, get Dallas to comfortably in the playoffs, maybe number 6, number 5 seed, and be the talent that we know you are. Greatest handle in the history of the NBA, Kyrie Irving. That's who we want to see night in and night out. Yeah. So on that note, bro, that's been our hour.
Already? Yeah.
Quick,
well, check this out. I need everybody to join. Actually, brother, you can explain the
So we need y'all to click like and subscribe on YouTube. Click like and subscribe. If y'all can do that and leave it on the Court Podcast, click like, subscribe on YouTube, follow our lives. Typically each Sunday around 2 p.m. We usually have notifications beforehand, but click like and subscribe on YouTube, share, and we from the Harris Brothers, we much appreciate it.
Yeah, man. And if you're not on our IG is Leave It On the Court, all one word.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to be a part of the show, join the live, leave some messages, like our brother BBM and stuff. The more you interact on the live, the opportunity you'll have to be a part of the show. In a few months, I should say we'll be giving out, we'll be having giveaways for gift cards and maybe some clothes and stuff like that, because we make clothes too. For people who actually join the live and participate and stuff. The person who participates the most has the highest chance of winning the prizes, because you have to
Yep.
be on to see if you can get the prize. You have to join the live. You have to interact with our YouTube to be a part of all of this. Like he said, go to Leave It On the Court podcast at youtube.com, or you can come join our live every Sunday on IG at Leave It On the Court, all one word. Please be a part of the game, man.
Hey,
This is what this is about. It's about y'all. You feel me? So from Jay Dons,
and y'all next.
man, we just left it on the court. We hope you enjoyed the episode. If you joined late, we apologize, but you can catch it on YouTube like we've been saying. And man, that's game, man. Holla
Yeah.
at y'all.